call those islands like the trials. Like I feel like it was like Hunger Games. Hunger Games. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to By the Cover podcast with
Mouse
and Arie, where we read books so you don't have to.
I don't know. I can't remember if I mentioned this in the last discussion, but I have a theory about Onyx. Yes. So my first theory about Onyx, initially when I brought it up to you, was that Onyx is the cure to venin, or it like heightens it or brings it down. Like Onyx can control venin. And when I say venin, I think of venin like a disease. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
I could say that. Yeah, I would think of it like an infection, like a disease. Yeah.
Okay. So I
think of it like that too.
Yeah. So something about it is that I'm feeling like Onyx has something to do with controlling the venin. One of the reasons why I think that is because she would describe his eyes, Zayden's eyes, as like onyx, right? Like she'll say like sometimes like I have like this onyx, this onyx, tint to it. Even right here, this is the scene where they went to Deverali. And that's when Holden was there. And Holden, remember Holden was the prince that they had sent over there. And he like ruined the whole ally, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. And then while they were there, Zayden had got upset when he saw that they had killed his right-hand security girl, whatever. Yeah. The head was on the thing. And he, out of nowhere, something else had happened where he just ended up losing control, and he like twisted everyone's bones into like whatever, like, through his brain. Yes. And that's when she looked over and she saw that his onyx eyes, like they were just different.
That was scary. That was scary when he killed everybody like that. I was like, it was too fast too. I was like, to go from here, like what, his temper?
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a couple times where she mentioned something about Onyx being in his eyes and then it coming out in different times. Yeah. That's another reason why I think that it can be some sort of...
So do you think the Onyx is actually more of something that comes out when they're venin, or you think it's something that is going to be hurting the venin?
I don't know. I think Onyx just controls venin in some kind of way. I don't know if it's heightening it. I don't know if it's like bringing down the intensity. I still can't figure it out. But she brings it up when moments of like Zayden having his little flare-ups, I guess,
Yeah, yeah. She does use it, but I feel like she uses it to kind of like describe a color, like to describe something. So I don't know, like when would the Onyx be something that would, because they never, okay, like for example, they talk about iridium or whatever that stone is that they need to kind of slay the venin, right?
Yes.
But they don't ever say Onyx as like a thing, like as a
I know.
So
I know.
How would that work?
I don't know. But then on top of that too, then I'm thinking about the name of the book, Onyx Storm. So then I'm like, obviously I'm looking at it like Violet is the storm part, and then there's something else with the Onyx. Now another theory that I have is something about Indara or her den being something with the Onyx. And the reason why I say that is because her resting color, her resting shade is that iridescent black.
Okay,
right?
I could totally see that one. Because remember, she goes, when I changed my scales, it affected the venin and allowed me to burn him. Remember that, right?
Yes.
Yo, you killed it with that one.
We here with it.
I think the theories are theories.
Okay. So right. I wasn't too far gone. Okay.
No, you brought that one all the way back. I feel that one.
So you feel that one versus the other one, but you feel one.
I feel like with the Indara one, it makes a lot of sense because it is like considered. She's describing it like a color.
Yes,
and then we know that Indara changes color.
Correct.
So it kind of like. Yes. Makes sense in that way, right?
Yes.
Like it kind of comes together there. So
yes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Another thing
I can see that
I want to point out, still related to the Onyx object stone kind of thing, is when Mira came back from visiting their grandmother.
Yes.
Violet noticed what? Let me see if
oh no, I don't know.
Violet
I don't know. I don't remember.
Violet noticed.
What did she notice?
A beaded bracelet that Mira was wearing.
Yes.
That looked like black tourmaline. And I did some research. I'm familiar with tourmaline, right? But I had to really get some research. And it kind of can be similar to Onyx, the stone.
Yeah. And our girl Violet gonna notice it.
Yes. And she said, so here it goes. She goes, she asked her a question, and then as Mira asked a question, she noticed that she was rotating a beaded bracelet of what looks like black tourmaline on her wrist, right? So then that was that. Then in the same section, her Violet's eyes kept catching on the bracelet.
Yeah.
And she said, something about the knotwork holding the metallic beads tickle the back of my brain, and I swear I could smell parchment for the smallest of seconds before I look away. Which is another reason why I asked you, was that the mom's mom or the dad's mom? But you said it's the mom's mom, right?
Yeah, I thought it was the mom's mom. I mean,
I have to go back. I can't remember.
She said grandma something. Yeah, like I feel like it
was the mom's mom or was it the dad's mom?
Because you remember they were like, they have a falling out.
Right, but with the dad's mom, right?
It might have been the dad's mom now.
When she said the parchment, because I'm thinking about the whole scribe thing.
Yeah.
But so something about that is another thing too. I feel like she put emphasis on that, especially because she said that it kept catching Violet's eye, the bracelet. So we're going to hold on to that.
Yes, we need to hold on to that one. That one is...
Right?
That was a good one. That was a good one. I did not catch that one. Hold on.
This section, just real quickly. So in our intro, we said that the summary that we gave was from chapters 1 through 42. But what we are discussing right now literally is chapters 26 through 42. We've been reading in sections. Yes.
The essence of the book right now. This is like the complete buildup. So much happens in those chapters.
This section was good.
Yeah.
Because the first 25 chapters, like I told you, I struggled with it. It was really slow. But I had a feeling like Rebecca is really good at like, just kind of like giving you a lot of information to now get to like the da-da-dum.
Yes.
And these last chapters, it was definitely like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
No, absolutely. That was crazy. Hold up.
It was all of that.
I can't. It was a marching band. No, I think that you really brought a whole new theory to my attention, and it's blossoming in my brain right now. I'm gonna hold off to the next video to see, because I think I do need to read more. That's crazy. Yeah. And it's making me think that we know Mira has something going on. We know Mira has something going on. Like,
I'm not.
This is solidifying it,
now
though.
this, yes. Before I wasn't too on that same train with you, but now this, because she did go to that grandma was supposedly sworn off of all communication.
She just be doing her own thing.
Yes, so I definitely see that now.
She acts like she is not tied to anybody too. She acts almost like she has no loyalty to any. She don't act like she's loyal to Violet. She don't act like she's loyal to anybody but herself and Violet. She is very protective over Violet. So to just go to a very important part.
Talk to me. Where are we?
Violet is something else.
She's a lot of.
I'm gonna start there.
Yes,
she's something else. When they had to go to the aisle, that was like the aggression aisle, okay, the violent aisle, the one where you got to fight, which was crazy. And there was just so many things popping up on the aisle. A, she saw a girl that had her exact hair.
Girl.
B, she fought alongside Dane and Zayden and was kicking their asses, the other people, while the other two was getting beat. Okay, Atos was down on the ground.
Yes.
She had to save Zayden.
Yes.
We talk about Violet right now.
And it's so crazy.
She's saving two grown men. Okay?
Right.
And she was fighting the queen.
And it's so crazy because she didn't even realize it. Until she was done fighting the queen, and then someone came and said something, and she was like, fuck.
What?
Was that just the queen? Like,
so she was,
and the queen tapped out. The queen ended up tapping out. Yeah.
Then she used her signet. Okay, she doesn't think she used it, but I think she used it.
She just doesn't know that.
She doesn't realize that she used it.
It's because she's still lacking control of her signet. I think she's still lacking control. That's why those kind of moments can happen where she doesn't. It's just like, it's almost like when her and Zayden have sex and, it's all like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she still is lacking control of it.
But the reason why I'm telling you that there's something crazy going on with Violet, like she must be cut from a different cloth type stuff, is nobody else could use their signet, not even Zayden.
Yeah, they didn't have no magic there. They didn't have. She was the only one that was able to talk to her creature.
Her dragon?
Yeah, but I'm saying that because the Flyers and the Griffins.
Griffins. Yeah, you're right. So she could talk to her throughout all of the aisles. She could still talk to him. But this aisle specifically, she was able to literally pull lightning down.
Yeah, she was. And then I think Mira ended up asking her about it. And she was just
Mira rolled up. Like, Mira pulled up on her and was like, did you use your... Because I think Mira was scared that she probably was doing like a venin move. I think Mira was like, did you, not scared for her sister because she's like, how are you wielding? Like, none of us can wield.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? So I think she even pulled up on her, like, with that kind of energy. Like, let me know, like, what's going on.
Yeah.
But that's why I think we talk about, when we touch on, like, her hair being gray and silver and, like, the venin being so obsessed with her, like, she must have some extra thing going on. She's not just a normal person, normal writer. Like, even Zayden is strong, but he's not that strong. Like, he don't got the same things she got going on. There's another element that's adding to what she got. She's special. She's special. There's something going on there.
There's definitely something special, right? And I'm just going to tie in things that you just said. So you did say that you feel like Asher, her father, could possibly be Venom, right? With that being said, we did have this whole discussion about how he was able to go through all these continents.
Yeah.
And, be there for as long as he was there to develop a whole layout, understand everything about their whole continent, all these things. And while also Violet is trying to understand how did he have the time to do that.
And he's not a writer. So he's
not a writer. So, which just bring it back. If all of that of what you're saying, well, not all of that, but if let's say he is a venin, and then that town that we went to, the people have silver hair, and then Theophany has silver hair too.
Yeah.
So
is that sister? Is Theophany a sister?
Right.
Theophany?
And then he left the books for her. He left it coded. No one else could access those books. She had to figure out how to break the code to get into the books or the books are going to be ruined. He only wanted those books for her eyes.
Yep.
I got goosebumps. If Violet is...
Rebecca, what are you doing? Rebecca.
If Violet...
Come to the front, Rebecca. Come to the front. What are you doing? What are we doing here? Are you going to give us some answers? Like, I need to know. It's theories on top of theories on top of theories.
On top of theories. Because if she's Venom... I don't even know. I don't know if she's Venom. I don't even know I don't even